Hey everybody, welcome to another video. So today we're back in Little Mississippi, and as you can see here, we actually have like a little cafe that I was starting. So right now I'm currently in creative, and we're going to be working on a few different little projects here. I also made kind of like this little store over here that I thought would be really nice and stuff like that. Now we have over here, and I explained this that like this is like a little resort area. Now, one of the things I really thought about doing is kind of cornering it off. And the reason for that is so that it kind of gives the impression that it's its own building and stuff like that. So I want to go in here and we're going to do a few things. And we're going to make sure it's, not going to overstand or whatever. So we're going to go in. I'm just trying to think of a nice kind of stone. So we're going to go with the stone bricks. I think would be kind of nice. And then when I go over here, I'm thinking like, no, not this side wall. Not cobblestone wall, stone brick wall. Yeah, I guess it would match, right? Because I want to keep this kind of individual in a way, like, because you don't want to be building too much in here. I probably might put something else at the one point, in there and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing, apologies, and we're going to keep it not too like too overly done or anything like that, because we're going to be building a few things along here. Now I got some spaces in here I'm going to be doing, and maybe cleaning up over there and stuff like that. I'll be probably doing a few little videos over the next little bit in here, and I'll be posting these like on separate times, of course. And I'm going to be also making sure that I get some other stuff as well. We're going to make sure that stuff. Now, I did have a few issues. I had a hard time logging in. I had to go in and I had to fix a few settings. Now, one of the things is if you notice you're having a hard time logging into realms and stuff like that, check your world cache data, because what it means is like, when you're going into realms or your personal realms, whatever, what generally will happen is they'll confide with each other, because if you start piling them on top of each other, like kind of Minecraft kind of bugs out and kind of doesn't allow you to really like log in like you used to. So I'm going to finish this off. Oh, I got that. Okay. All right. Now, I'm thinking keep a bit of an entrance right here. And I might be making like some like some type of like parking thing eventually with this as well. So we're gonna make sure we get a few things kind of finished off in here. I've been spending time. I've been trying to get a lot of the other little projects done. We did our clock tower. I did my one build. That was another video. I think today we're going to go through a few different things and maybe make one or two during this video. That way we can just sit there and just enjoy the fact like we're going to be getting some of this space kind of used up. Now I've been working really hard to make sure that this is all kind of done. Now, oops. The one thing is over here I've made kind of like this kind of like soccer field kind of type thing. Now I'm thinking if I continue another row like over here, and I kind of continue this like over like this, right? Now what I thought about is between the two here, I thought like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and at the 4th come across. That would be nice. It kind of extend it. I'm thinking like, because I want to kind of like close these off so you kind of know which one. This is, like I said, tennis. It kind of looks like a tennis/soccer field. We got a pool over there. I was mentioning in one of them about maybe making something else that that, you know, we could put into this field here, but I just really have not figured that out. Now, I was thinking maybe a playground or something, because you figure if you're going to some resorts, there'd be like playgrounds and stuff like that. I thought like maybe something kind of kid-based that would kind of like give it that impression. And we also have like more of a space like this way. Now, there's nothing in here. Unfortunately, somebody is building, which they took chunk. What the? That's insane. Look at that. Cool. But they took a road, and I guess it was going to go this way, I guess. I don't think there was much down here because, like, there's, like, roads and stuff like that. We've been working on those and around and stuff like that. It's just you don't want to overtake it because, like, we got, like, ravines and stuff like that. Like, I get it. There's lots of nice stuff here. But really, I'm just trying to fill in the other spaces currently just to kind of get it. These are some really old buildings I did before. I got blocks. Why is it backwards? Okay, see, I gotta rewrite that because it's Skokalab. It's supposed to say blocks. Okay, some foreign language now. I also got to finish this. I ran out, and I don't know why, but there ended up being like mini holes kind of posted in here, and of course we got our pandas and stuff like that. I still feel like the clock tower turned out really, really well. Okay, I got punched off. There we go. Good. I won't probably do too much on that. But the only thing is I did think about is if we were to do something kind of different, we will go back to or finish what we were originally doing. Where would be a nice kind of like attach? Oh, what about something like, okay, I can replace those, that's fine. Like if I did like, no, not that. This, no. Can I, please? Thank you. Like this. Oops. Oops. Yeah, I'm so butterfingery. It's too early in the morning. Does that look too much? Like, you kind of figure, like, you kind of get the idea, the reason why and stuff like that. Right now, it's like saying it's 9 o'clock. I've actually seen, like, the mods where they can actually, I think Create has that option where you can make, like, actual working clocks. Stuff like that. So, I mean, that would be something kind of cool. I mean, we could do with that later. And none of these trees grew. I'm going to replant those as well. So, one thing is these do work. So, like, if you just tap them, they will, like, eventually, like, fold. I would say, like, right now the restaurant's closed, so everything else. And I'm going to probably work with some path things in here, kind of work it out to the front, and maybe put some more trees. Maybe some more camping stuff in here, as we'll have more access to some stuff. Now, I'm going to also be filling in some of these holes. I think it's clay. Yeah, I think it's clay. Yes, it is. Boop. There we go. Any other holes that I need to know? Oh, yes, I do remember there is one particular one, and I think it's somewhere over here. I was walking, and, like, a bunch of creepers just, like, went up, and it kind of, like, took me out before I can realize anything. Oh, it's been repaired since then. Okay. Awesome. Alright. Nothing in here? No. Like you can see, there's another restaurant in here. I guess I'm putting in too many restaurants. But yeah, anyway. So we're going to be making sure we finish this for sure. I don't want to get too off topic about some of the stuff. I want to be careful with kind of like what I'm putting in for styles, because I don't want it to overlap anything anybody else is going to be building. Usually for me, what I do is I keep it so it kind of balances out, so it's not like, oops, taking over anything kind of type thing. So we're gonna put it in there. And I think another thing is probably more lamps over here. We do have torches, but there's a lot of gapped areas. As seeing as that we do have creative for a little while, I'm going to be kind of making sure I get some lamps for sure put in. I might just make some kind of like rusticy ones, because due to the fact I don't want it to overtake the old kind of feel I'm kind of pushing into this one side here. We do got the resort over here though. I might put something a little bit like slightly more modern into it, but I need to fill in like the dark areas, because I'm getting like a bunch of zombies and creepers and skeletons. They're all spawning over here. How fantastic is that, eh? Alright. Why am I getting stuck? Oddly. Okay. There. Now, another thing I thought about is maybe me making some more, kind of building some more homes. I've been building a lot of this on survival. I just got into creative just recently, so I just like within the past like day or so. So we're going to make sure we kind of get as many projects done within a short time. I want to be sure to get that stuff done. And maybe we'll go through some of the other stuff as well and kind of clean up. Now, I could get around this. Wow, it just shows you my difference between mornings for me and like what I do in the afternoon. I find in the mornings I'm not as like on par with like a lot of my creations. Like, and then I kind of like bump into like little issues and stuff like that. And I don't know like if many places have kind of like this kind of idea. Now, I don't necessarily have to go all the way down. That might be a thought, like, so I could kind of like cut it back to about like say here, because there's a door frame, and it would save me like a lot of the headache of trying to build all the way on this one side. Now, I might keep the one side over there, because due to the fact I will be separating, and one side will be probably like probably some type of business type thought I was going to go do. Because I don't want to like overflood my like resort idea with kind of like stuff that it won't need, because if I put too much wells, it's going to feel like a prison, not a kind of a like resort type idea that I was originally going for. Yes, we still have the I think is it the Natros? Yeah, I think it's the Natros one. I don't know. We put so many on at times, I can't tell which ones are which. We still got the furniture one on. That's why you still see like the parasols for like the business and stuff like that. But like I said, I am going to be putting some street lamps in and stuff like that. Now I was thinking, oh, there you go, something like this. And the reason for that is because I thought about putting a street lamp here, because I could be kind of separating off. I should do that for most of the corners. That way it kind of gets it all done. Over here, I haven't decided. Maybe some, well, I don't know if I should do cabins, because I mean, we got the rooms. Do most big ones have like cabins? I don't know. Because like I made that side and I made this here, And with agency help, C's help, he kind of posted over here. What happened here? Oh, okay. I keep forgetting about little things like that, and I could look down, like, wow, there's a big hole in the wall. So, I mean, you could tell that there used to be just like a wall, but I felt like I needed a way to cover that because we were trying to open like the land and stuff like that. And I thought this is the easiest way to do that. So that's why it's kind of like that. Now, I don't want to do that all the way down. I think so far. I think I don't want to go too far down. Yeah, this is fine. That's fine. Right here, yeah. Because it's going to look so silly going all the way down to the end. Let's finish that up. These guys done. Move. Man, sometimes I tell you the skeletons in here are so dumb. Alright. Let's finish this down. Now, one thing I did do originally, I made another build. And when it came to like walls like this, especially like this here, I made streetlights facing like both ways from the wall. I kind of got creative with that, and I thinking of what I will do is I'm thinking glow lamps kind of give it a bit of a like a rustic feel to that. Yeah, I have to say this is not bad. I mean, it kind of gets that division, so like, you know, you wouldn't want to have like people running into like the fields and stuff like that. And I know mostly you would like do like some type of wooden fence and that, but I don't want to overtake the feel of it and the whole things and that. Now, another thing I should have maybe thought about or maybe reconsidered I thought about doing is if I put a bit of a wall, I could put some type of parking right here and keep just this and then just put like a little thing right over here. I mean, that's another thing I could do. Because then that way you don't take away from anything. And I could just move these. There we go. And put no. Yeah, that's fair enough. Because if we do this, just saying. And kind of come up like this. Make kind of like an area where I do I have I wonder if I have the world editor book because then I could just change this corner into like concrete, black concrete, and then I could actually just add in like the stripes and stuff like that. Save me like a whole bunch of time. I wonder if I still have that on here. I'm gonna be probably doing that. That would save me so much time. Okay, and we're gonna go about, I think it's about here. Yeah, about here. All right. Do that. So we're not cutting like the whole like corner and everything. It puts like a little bit of like an area where we could do some like later on if we do happen to put like cars or whatever. It's easier to use the space for that reason. If that was going to be the case, this should be wide enough. I don't think we would need like a big kind of a thing. You know, let's finish our pushing this back a bit. And there. 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 So, see about there. There. Kind of like an opening and an entrance to the side type thing. I don't know if that's wide enough for a car. Honestly, I don't know. But we're just going to work with it anyway. Okay, there. So we got the area kind of sectioned up. Now I will replace those benches because that's why I put them there. Is it facing the other way? Okay, I don't know why. Oh, why is this really acting weird? Okay, bugging out here. I'll finish this here. And I spend my whole video kind of like. Probably by the next time I do the next video, I would have like this all like done in that. So we're gonna just get this finished. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, good enough. Moving on. So when I did over here, it was kind of like I said, I was making like an RV thing. Now I don't think I want to keep up RVs and stuff like that. But I was just kind of trying to make it like kind of like a camping area. I did a few of these in the past. Kind of like making cabins and stuff like that. I don't think we need like anything big, but I also want to kind of keep it kind of like in like kind of a woody kind of feeling and stuff like that. Or we could just put some regular houses, seeing like this is more like a kind of like a city-based thing. One of my more embarrassing creations was my picture of me. Look like I'm wearing two meatballs. Okay, no, that's embarrassing, so we're moving on. So yeah, I think we did enough like for the little kind of camper. Now I think what I'll do is kind of put those away, and we're gonna go down. And we're just gonna find ourselves some nice trees. Oh, there's quite a few nice trees in here. Orange. I think we'll put some nice. I don't want too many of the trees for that aren't like vanilla, because sometimes when mods are removed, it can be a bit of an issue. Say here, 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 and then a bunch of these. This, and then just you know, make these guys grow. Because if we're going to make kind of like another, wow, I love that tree. There, this should be enough. There we go. All right. I've had a bit of problems with these trees. I don't know if it's just me. You know what? We're just going to replace it. There we go. I don't know what's up with it. It's just a very stubborn tree, and I'm not going to even bother trying. There we go. like that one. That one's pretty. That is a very pretty tree. Because I wanted to fill in like some of the stuff, and I'm just gonna bone meal some of this. I might actually make like some of them like into hives and that, like so we can have some bees and stuff. I love the bees and stuff. Yeah, and that's why I like to try to plant flowers in the summer. Keeps them happy. I like the way they can like, do their thing and stuff like that. So that's good. I might, like I say, do a few things over here. Like I just made like kind of like a little bit of like a closure also. I could do some of the looser things. Let's just put those away. Take out our grass, replace these holes. It might have been from like a creeper thing. I was trying to escape some zombies a few times. I think that's the reason why they were there. Now that we got that underway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our stone. We're also going to be getting some of our glass. As you can also see, we got some copper trimmed glass, we got some white trimmed glass, and we got dark trimmed glass, and a regular tinted glass. Those I probably won't work with today. I might use them in a side project. I haven't really thought of anything right now. And I'm going to stick with a lot of colors. So I'm going to go stick with the mangrove. And I thought maybe right now we're going to work with some spruce. And do a few like kind of like houses like along here. And just kind of like fill the space up a little bit more. Make this one, oops. And everything else. Now what we're going to do, I think would be kind of cool. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. 2, 3, 4. Alright, now what we're going to do, should not put that there, alright. There. That will become like our garage. And we're going to just go ahead and make ourselves a nice little bungalow. Yeah, I'll put that there, why not? Try to cut it in with the tree line. I might have to trim back some of these trees a little bit. Maybe I could have put it a little further forward and stuff. But I could easily just trim back these trees. And it still works as well. I'm going to make this house just relatively simple. I think would be kind of good. Kind of maybe spend the rest of my day kind of like getting some of these things kind of done. A lot of the trees kind of grow different sizes and stuff, so now this is going to be big enough. Yeah, I think that should be big enough because I don't want it like an overly big house. But most like driveways are, there we go. There. Now I go here. Oops. Perfect. Now, interiorly, I just gotta figure out where I am. Okay. I gotta figure out where middle will be. Yeah. Middle's right there. And I think we'll just make it like a little bit of like a taller home and stuff like that. We still got like a little bit of space, and we're gonna go around the corner and kind of like build into that. So that gives me like a nice like feel for a home. Now when it comes to some of the trimming and stuff like that, I love to work a lot of times is with the terracottas. But also a lot of times it has to do with when you're dealing with the concrete. The reason for that is I feel it gives it kind of like a nicer feel. And you could actually trim the house like I've done in many of my videos and kind of make it feel more like it stands out and stuff like that. Now we're going to just build this up. And we got that. Okay, that's fine. There you go. Now, I don't have the ability to change it to day and night and round, but I am just going to do some building. Now, they're not going to be able to do anything to us, so it's not going to interfere with the video in this one. As you can see, we got a couple. Wow. Okay, I haven't seen that many in a long time. So we're going to get this done. And then we're just going to like I say, I would just gently outline some things. You don't necessarily have to outline your buildings. But the thing is it gives it like kind of like a more of like a rustic feel when you're doing it though. So like there's choices when you want to build something. I like to do that myself personally. We're just going to finish this and just trying to hurry up so it doesn't feel like it's a very too long a video. I'm just trying to hurry up as so much as I can here. And I think for this one, like if we just get like some of the basics on the garage, I think done. That's more than fair. And then just do the little touch-ups around or my one build over here. We did spend a little time talking about things regards to like having like bases around like certain builds and stuff like that. So I did spend a little more time in that, which I shouldn't have. But I just want to really like show like some of the things that we've been kind of like, you know, getting done around here. There we go. Like our house will be this color, so I'm not gonna worry too much on interior currently, because like again, that's another thing, kind of putting in concrete for like the inside of the garage and whatnot. There you go. That's good enough. I will leave it for that part. All right. Now the one thing I wanted to show was this. Let's see. There's a planter boxes. I don't know why I couldn't find them yesterday. Okay. Anyway. Like everybody knows, I like not the cracked extension, just the deep slate tiles. Just because it does. Am I using the wrong one? Don't ask. I don't know. There we go. I just like to use these because they do have like kind of a nice feel to them. Like one build I did like on our one that we're working in like my realm, like on my side of the worlds. We were doing this for kind of like the roof, if anybody can remember that. So we're just gonna kind of do that now. This will be weird because why did I put this one? I guess because they almost look identical. I mean, well, it looks pretty good. All right, so I'm just gonna like that. All right, because it doesn't make too slopey of a roof, and of course you don't want like it to look like too high and stuff like that. I've done so many builds where, you know, it kind of has like that kind of too high of a ceiling kind of thing, and it kind of throws it off in my opinion. So I kind of have to redo a few different roofs in the future with that. Right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yes, we do have. Oh, we got baby zombie. That's cool. Should we give that little guy a chicken and see if he's going to become... Oh, I know I shouldn't be doing that. But I just have a feeling I should try. There we go. Alright. Here you go, dude. Come on. No. Chicken Jackie. Pick one. You're stupid. Why does it push it to him? No? Come on, make a decision. Great, now I'm going to have a whole bunch of them. I don't know if this guy just does not understand the task about hopping on one. I don't know. I've done it. I had a video of that. I don't know if I posted that. We posted it where the zombie chose a chicken, just hopped on, like random hopped on to the chicken. And it also, there was another one, and it hopped on a panda, which is not usually common, but yeah. Okay, gonna be a spider jockey? What? Oh, never mind. I'm gonna be spending too much time talking to this guy. I'm not his parent, so I can't tell what to do. And then we'll spend some video kind of like me, kind of like telling off a mob that has no brain. Yeah, go figure that one. And I mediated for mobs, so I can't tell what to do. Yeah, I'll go figure that. Oh, well, anyway. Now we will put some light in there eventually. That won't be this video. Not have to deal with so much chicken. Oh, great. I mean, we do get chickens. So I guess it's not that bad, so it won't worry too much. And this guy's protected anyways because he's got his helmet on, so he was a smart boy. Oh. There we go, almost done. Hurry up. Oh, we got a bee. Hi, honey. Well, you're in here, buddy. You work with this. He doesn't listen to me anyway. There, I'm just gonna cut this back a tiny. There we go. And just. There we go. Now, I won't worry about setting up the sides on this one, but there you go. Fresh, clear, clean, and you can see that it is actually physically garaged. That doesn't include the house, stuff like that. Just to make this the last little bit, quartz, there we go, white quartz. I don't know, and we're just gonna pop. And right here, and okay, that's better. I'm not going to say how long that roof took me. I did that in survival. Let's just put it this way. Took me way too long. I used up about probably 10 stacks of quartz just to do a roof. That doesn't include some of the bigger builds as well. I've done so many big ones in the past. Like, for instance, I made this one here. This is an older build, of course. This is way too much here. There's this one, but this one was more of like pale oak. So on and so forth. So I've used a lot of like coloring and stuff like that. Now at least this one still looks good though. And then I also made like the roof on this one. I did that. I showed you that one in my one video. So yeah. So I want to work on my project now. Probably do that. Then probably do another video later on with some other stuff. Anyways, hope you have yourselves a great day. Cheers.